Hello and welcome. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today it's time for another massive book haul. I don't even know how many books I have. I have all of the books here, and then I have one, two, three, four boxes of books along with one box of like bookmarks that I just got in. So grab yourself a comforting beverage or a snack and let's go through this massive book haul together. To be honest, I have been pretty good. It doesn't look like it, but I have been pretty good about not ordering tons and tons of books. This is me being good because I used to order a crazy amount every week, and most of these are either pre-orders. I've got a ton of book outlet orders that I ordered, so they were like $5.99 for some of them, and then a couple of them are trophies for my bookshelf because I love the series so much that I listened to on audio that I had to get some of the physical copies, and it's so expensive to order them all at once that I plan on ordering one a month until I have them all. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this book haul. I don't even know where to start. I'm just so excited. I guess we'll just start here. I am trying to make sure I drink tons more water lately because I realize I am literally surviving on caffeine and caffeine alone, and I might, if I'm lucky, drink like half a bottle of water every day. So I am making like a huge effort to try to consume more water. And I think that's also why, totally off topic a little bit, but I think that's why I've been so like lazy and not wanting to do things. And I think it's lack of hydration. The first book that I got was The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. And this book has been out for a while, but I wanted it in paperback. And it has the purple sprayed edges. And I don't really care too much about the sprayed edges on this one. I just really love paperbacks. I love that like floppier feeling you get, and I love the feeling of holding a book in my hand that's a paperback. I know this is a cozier fantasy. Takes a village to open a heart and just one man to steal it. And I believe this is a standalone. Kiela has always had trouble dealing with people, thankfully as a librarian at the Great Library of Elysium. She and her assistant Kaz, a magically sentient spider plant, oh that sounds cute, have spent the last decade sequestered among the Empire's most precious spellbooks, preserving their magic for the city's elite. When a revolution begins and the library goes up in flames, she and Kaz flee with all the spellbooks they can carry and head to a remote island Kiela never thought she'd see again, her childhood home. That sounds really good. In need of income, Kiela identifies something that even the bakery in town doesn't have: jam. Ah, that sounds really good. I think the next standalone comes out soon. It's The Enchanted Greenhouse. And I know I have that one pre-ordered, but of course, I just realized I think I have the hardcover pre-ordered. And that's going to annoy me. So maybe I'll cancel that and just wait for the paperback as well so they match. The next one is The Rogue King by Abigail Owen. And I believe this is a 4-book series, but they're interconnected standalones. And I have the other 3 books in one of my book outlet hauls. So I'll bring those out soon. This one is specifically about a rogue dragon shifter. The best revenge is worth waiting for, even if it takes 500 years. So we will see what this whole series is about. And yeah, they each follow a different type of fantastical being. Next is The Knight and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. This is the Barnes & Noble edition. I do have the Fairy Loot edition, but I don't want to read that one. The Barnes & Noble edition has the blue cover and the end papers. But I just absolutely loved these edges, and I don't mind reading this version. So hopefully we'll be getting into this one soon. If you didn't know, Rachel Gillig, I fell in love with Rachel Gillig with the, oh my gosh, I can't remember what the duology is called, but it's One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns. I fell in love with Rachel Gillig for that duology, and I cannot wait to read her next duology, or the first book at least in the next duology. Tony wants to be part of it too. The next book is Carl's Doomsday Scenario. And I believe this is book 2 in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. Yes, it is book 2. I love this so much. I listened to it all on audio that I am slowly getting each and every book. So next month I will get book 3. But this is book 2, and if you haven't read it, go and read this series. I believe this is the UK version. Has the sprayed edges as well. This is Wandering Wild by Lynette Noni. And I believe this is her first time doing, is this a contemporary romance? Or like a survival type of romance? A girl haunted by tragedy, a boy seeking redemption, a wilderness as beautiful as it is deadly. So this is following Xander Rune, who's the darling of Hollywood, until he fell from glory. And now he's like a bad boy. And Charlie Hart is just a teenage girl who despises everything that Xander represents. And now they are in some ill-timed social media competition. Except the trip goes horribly wrong. Charlie and Xander are left stranded in the wilderness. The only way they'll survive is if they trust each other, but in order to do so, both have to let go of the ghosts of their past and just maybe find themselves and one another in the process. This book sounded so good, and I loved this version specifically, so I had to have this one. I have also heard great things about Lynette Noni's writing, and I have not read one of her books yet, so I can't wait to start that. Then I got Angie Kills a King, and this is by Evan Lycum. She killed for a cause, will she die for it too? I believe this is a debut novel. The king is dead, now what? Angie works as a castle servant doing laundry for a king she hates. So when a rare opportunity presents itself, she seizes the chance to cut his throat. Whoa. Then she runs for her life. In her wake, the kingdom is thrown into disarray, while a bounty bigger than anyone could imagine lands on her head. This sounds really good. Actually, I bought this book because Caven, and if you don't know Caven is all over Instagram and TikTok and one of my favorite influencers to watch. She read this book, and I think she did her reactions to it on Instagram, and it sounded so good. So we're going to give this a try. The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I have only read, was it The 7-Year Slip? I've only read one of her books, and I absolutely loved it. So I decided to try the next one. These 2 books have been on my radar forever. This is Before I Let Go and This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. And I've heard amazing reviews. I don't think I've heard one negative review about this series. And I need to get book 3 still. But I'm excited to start these. I believe these are interconnected standalones about different couples as well. And then I have slowly started collecting the Addicted series. The first book is Addicted to You. So I have the first book in the series. And I think these are actually 2 different series, but like kind of interconnected. This one, I don't know which one this is. So I'm starting to collect the whole entire series before I start to read it. And I think those were from Book Outlet. And they usually have like random parts of those series. So I'm just going to keep getting them as I go. I accidentally got the hardcover of Happy Place by Emily Henry. I meant to get the paperback, but that's okay. We're going to stick with the hardcover on this one. I absolutely loved Great Big Beautiful Life. I know that's a pretty unpopular opinion. So I am now going to read her entire backlog, starting with Happy Place. I also got God Killer and Sunbringer. This is book 1 and 2 in a trilogy. I have the 3rd book on its way. It says, enter a land of gods and monsters, soldiers and mercenaries, secrets and wishes. Just sounds fun. I don't know too much about it. But apparently we're going to kill some gods. Or maybe. Sounded good. I've seen great reviews on these as well. So we're going in on that. Then I got I don't know if this is a duology or if this is just the first 2 books in this series. And this is The Blackened Blade and A Blackened Bond by Isla Devon. Not many people get a second chance, let alone a second life. I don't remember what these are about. I'll probably go in completely blind, but I saw a great review on them and I had to get them. Then I got the first 2 books. I don't know what this series is called. The Chronicles of Castellane, maybe? Anyways, this is the Sword Catcher, and this is the Rag Picker King. The Rag Picker King. Ah, say that 3 times fast. I am not happy that they are different sizes. However, I'm not upset enough to reorder this book in this size or vice versa. So, as long as they're paperbacks, I'm fine with it. George R.R. Martin actually quoted this one on the cover, and it says it's everything I look for in a fantasy. And I'm excited to try these. I watched Emmy do those in like a reading vlog, and she absolutely raved about it. So I finally acquired a physical copy of Neverkeep. It's been forever. I never see these in good condition in stores, so I actually ordered it online. This is a book that is based in the same world as Zodiac Academy, just a different story. So finally, physical copy. That's in good condition. I finally completed, this is book 3 of the Black Jewels trilogy. This is Queen of Darkness by Anne Bishop. And I originally bought these because they said, I saw a review saying it was kind of like Harry Potter, but darker, way darker. I haven't started the series yet. I have book 1 and 2, and now it's completed with book 3. Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. I believe this is her first fantasy debut novel, because she's normally like I think it was a Western romance or contemporary romance. And I did get this beautiful version. I really like the end papers on it, and it has the beautiful sprayed edges. I've seen mixed reviews on this, and I'm excited to read it myself and see what I think. I was influenced. Where the Dark Stands Still by A.B. Porenic. I got this book, and I don't know. Again, I've seen so many great reviews. It says dark, devastating, and gothic. I think I'm going to love this, honestly. And the main character's name is Liska. I like that. Liska knows that magic is monstrous and its practitioners are monsters. She has done everything possible to suppress her own magic. Desperate to be free of it, Liska flees into the dangerous demon-inhabited forest to steal a mythical fern flower. She can use its one wish to banish her powers. But Liska is caught by the demon warden of the wood called the Lezi. So she strikes a bargain, 1 year of servitude in exchange for the fern flower and its wish. Whisked away to the Lezi's crumbling manor, Liska soon makes an unsettling discovery. She's not the first person to strike this bargain. If she wants to survive the year and return home, she must uncover her host's secrets. Because something deadly is waking in the woods, something that frightens even the Lezi. And it cannot be defeated unless Liska embraces the monster she always feared she'd become. That sounds amazing. Then I got book 1 of The Mystics of Ashura, Beg the Night by Emily Blackwood. Destined to destroy, forced to mate, cursed to suffer their fate. I feel like that's enough said. Sounds good to me. Then I got A Tribute of Fire by Sarah Wilson. And this is another one that I saw Emmy read book 1 and 2 for. She absolutely raved about it, and we're going to give it a go. I'm excited to try that one. This came in a Fairy Loot box because I actually ordered this one. This one I do not have a subscription for, and I am so excited. I cannot wait to have a subscription, but I am on the never-ending wait list for this one. You wrapped it so nicely. This is a book I am so excited for. It is the epic fantasy, the first one that Fairy Loot has done. And it is none other than Joe Abercrombie's The Devils. I am so excited. Just want to be so careful with it. Once my bookshelves are redone, it's going to have the spot it deserves. Look at this cover. Look at how gorgeous this book is. Like, look at it. It is gorgeous. And I believe Joe Abercrombie is making a movie of this book. Look at the naked hardcover. Hello. Yes, please. Fairy Loot knocked it out of the frickin' park with their first epic fantasy box. And like I said, I did purchase this because I do not have the subscription yet. Signed by Joe. I love gorgeous maps. And literally, like, look at these edges. I'm obsessed. I cannot wait to read this book. I don't think I'll read this edition. I will probably buy it on Kindle as well, so I can read it on my Kindle. Because this edition is too gorgeous for me to touch. I love it so much. A lot of my Fairy Loot editions, I don't care. I will read them. This specific one will be a shelf trophy. I'm obsessed. I actually discovered Joe Abercrombie because my husband loves him. And we had a deal. He reads something I want him to read, and I will read something he wants me to read. So he decided the book he was going to have me read is Joe Abercrombie's First Law trilogy. So I read that entire trilogy, and I fell in love with Joe Abercrombie. So I'm excited. This book is perfect. I could not be more happy with it. Worth every penny to me. We've got 3 more boxes. Okay, rest of the book haul. Here is the Warrior King, the Cursed King, and the Blood King. And that is the next 3 books in that 4-book series. Oh, maybe these have more dragons in them? Yeah, it seems these do have dragons in them. Maybe these are all about dragons. So I was wrong. They're all about dragons. And I am excited to see what that entails, because one of them says a Dragon King, one of them says something else about the Blood King, so continuing. So we will see. Then I got the Gilded Crown by Marianne Gordon. It says it's a Raven's trade novel. Every life comes at a price. Since she was a little girl, Helliver has been able to raise the dead. Every creature can be saved for a price demanded by the shrouded figure who rules the afterlife, who takes a little more from Helliver with each soul she resurrects. Such a gift can rarely remain a secret. When Princess Sullivan, sole heir to the kingdom's throne, is assassinated, the queen summons Helliver to demand she bring her granddaughter back to life. But once is not enough. The killers might strike again. The princess's death would cause a civil war, so the queen commands that Helliver remains by her side. But Sullivan is no easy woman to be bound to, even as Helliver begins to fall in love with her. With the threat of war looming, Helliver must trade more and more of herself to keep the princess alive, and death will always take what he's owed. I got the Foxglove King, and then I got the Hemlock Queen, but I didn't realize this was in hardcover, and this one is in paperback. But that's okay. It says this is a gilded Gothic and dark romantic new epic fantasy series. And this is by Hannah Witten. So we'll see. We'll see if we like those. Then I literally bought these for the cover. Literally did. I got the Interconnected Standalones by B.K. Borison. This is Lovelight Farms, Mixed Signals, The Weeds, and Business Casual. These covers are freaking gorgeous, and I just needed all of them. Look at them from the sides. Look at how beautiful that is. And how nice they'll look on the shelf. They have like the little pictures of each couple there. It's just so cute. I have a ton of small town type of books, but these just sounded a little bit different and something that would be easy to binge. They're all pretty short. Yeah, about 300 bucks. I needed about 300 bucks. About 300 pages. I needed something that was short and sweet and easy to binge in between some of my heavier books. So, I got all of those. And most of these are from book outlets. So I got them for like $5 or $6 each. I did not like Ali Hazelwood's Deep End. but I've heard that most of her other books are not like that one. So I decided to try Check and Mate. I've seen great reviews on this. I don't like to just write an author off because I didn't like one book. So I'm going to give it another try and see how I like Check and Mate. I think this is a YA romance. And then I got another book that is in the Addicted or one of those series. This is Some Kind of Perfect. This one's a little beat up. But again, sometimes book outlet books are. I don't know if it's dirty or the cover looks dirty. Like that's part of, I think that's part of the cover. This is a thick one. I'm okay with that. I'm not obsessed with the series where I need the books to be perfect. So I'm good with that one. And then I got Book Lovers by Emily Henry, another Emily Henry book that I'm excited to read. This kind of seems like a nice summary book for some reason. The Sky is on Fire is a book that I have seen around for quite some time now. I don't see anyone talking about it, but I do follow the author on one of my social medias. I can't remember which one I found her on. And the cover just intrigues me. This is by Jen Lyons. Enter a world ruled by dragons. Anarod lives only for survival, forging her own way through the harsh jungles of the deep with her Titan Drake by her side. Even when an adventuring party saves her from capture by a local warlord, she's eager to return to her solitary life. But this is no ordinary rescue. It's Anarod's past catching up with her. These cunning misfits and their frustrating dragon rider ringleader intend to spirit her away to the dragon-ruled sky cities, where she's the key to their plan to steal from the world's most securely guarded hoard. There's only one problem. The hoard in question belongs to the current regent, Never Animas, and she wants Anarod dead. Soar into this daring standalone fantasy heist adventure full of conniving dragons, lightning banter, and high stakes intrigue with the acclaimed author of A Chorus of Dragons series. So that's cool. This is a heist standalone with dragon riders. It's like 400 pages. So that's good. Finally, another fantasy standalone that I'll be able to binge. I feel like you don't see those very often. And then I got Releasing 10 by Chloe Walsh. I cannot wait to read this one. I know this one has more trauma in it than probably all of the other ones combined, but I've heard it does Lizzie and Huey justice. Like it gives their story, like it does justice to them. I still am on saving and redeeming 6. So it's going to be a while, but I wanted my covers to match just in case I can't get that when I'm ready to read it. So I think this is going to be good. I also got Rewind It Back by Liz Tomford, and this is the deluxe edition and the last book in the Windy City series? Yeah, Windy City series. And I bought this book now. I've not read one of them yet, so I don't even know if I like it, but I've heard great things. I bought this book now because I have all of the other deluxe editions pre-ordered and they are not out yet. So I figured, I don't know, sometimes the deluxe editions are only sold for a limited time. And I don't want to have all the other books pre-ordered and not be able to get this one later. So I ordered that and it can kind of just chill on the shelf for now. And the last book I bought is literally for the cover. I know nothing about it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. This is Archangel by Michaela A.E. And look at the cover. Look at how gorgeous this is. I don't know anything about it. It's pretty big writing. Maybe this is YA. Like the text is big on the pages, so it's probably going to be a pretty quick read. It is just short of 400. Rule 1, never leave home before turning 12. Rule 2, never breathe the bad air. Rule 3, never enter the Undercity alone. And Rule 4, never dare befriend a blight blood. 12-year-old Ember Bridgham has spent her life following the rules of the Ark. By the end of her 12th birthday, she's broken all of them. When Ember crosses paths with a blight blood boy from the Undercity, she's drawn into a world where she was taught to fear, one teeming with secrets, danger, and a fight for survival. But nothing in Ark stays hidden for long. When faced with the dark truth of her world, she must find a way to escape and survive the ensuing chaos. This story is full of mystery, action, romance, and betrayal as one girl attempts to stand against the powers that be. I am always down to give a gorgeous book a try. It kind of has like a dystopian feel to it, is what I'm seeing. Maybe. I could be wrong about that, but that's what it kind of feels like. And last but not least, these are not books, but they are bookish. And this is from Savage Laserworks. I get all of my bookmarks from them. They are so gorgeous. They are on acrylic. They have acrylic bookmarks. And they have one literally for every season, any type of theme you want. They literally have something for everyone. So these are the newest ones I just got in, and they have like that summer, springy, just like happy vibes. This one is the mushrooms. I got a dragonfly. And this had like summer evening type of feel to it. And then, of course, I'm about to go on vacation to Florida. I actually was born and raised in Florida, but I haven't been back in a while. And we are going to be there on the beach for the 4th of July. And I will be reading. I will be taking some time to read. So I felt like what better bookmark is there than a nice beachy one? And last but not least, I needed one for my cowboy romances. I will go through all of the ones I have one day in maybe one of my bookish vlogs, because I have maybe 20 of these now. I love them so much. Literally love them. And that is our complete book haul. And I think that's about 40 books, 40, 41-ish books, which is crazy, but to be fair, I have been letting these build up a bit. This isn't something I just got all this month. I think it's been over a couple months, and some of that has been the book outlet sales. That's like from 2 separate book outlet sales. So, yeah, I don't feel bad about it. Now, all I want to do is sit and read for the rest of the day, but I can't. I have to be productive, so maybe I'll try to get as much as I can done and pick out one of these books to read. If you have read any of these books, please let me know what you thought, because I love hearing other people's opinions. And I like to know when someone didn't like a book or if they loved it. It doesn't really affect how I feel about the book when I go into it. So, yeah, if you've read any of these, let me know what you thought, or if they're on your TBR and you're excited to read one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I know that took actually quite a bit to get through, but there were tons of books. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button. And if you had fun and enjoyed the video, please leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys again for hanging out with me. I hope you had a great time. I will see you in the next one.